The Baltimore Ravens and Coach Prime. OTAs and Shedeur. Also, is Shedeur a phenom or not? Let's talk about it. But before we do that, please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work.
BWB bandwagon.
All right. So let's talk about it, guys. We got a lot to talk about in this show. Welcome to TLP Sports Club. I am your host. I go by the name of Harry B. And the B means billion. That's right. So welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me. It's Friday. Free for all Friday. Yes, I do have a show topic and I got things to talk about. But guess what, man? It is free for all Friday. If you want to talk about something that I ain't got, you bring it up, we talk about it. But the Baltimore Ravens and Coach Prime got something in common. We got to talk about that. All right? OTAs. A young man, I think his name is Dub. What's his name? What's this guy's name? His YouTube channel is popping. I like it. Matty Dubs. Hey, Matty Dubs, what up? He's breaking down the OTAs. I'm going to try to see if we can watch a little bit of his show, his footage, and we can talk about it. But the topic and the main part of the show today is Shedeur considered a phenom? Is what he's doing known as phenomenal? Is this a phenomenal thing that's going on? There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to take away. You feel me? We're going to define what phenom means. And then we're going to talk about if he fits that category. So let's get right into it. Let's go. Good morning, Tayana Harris. What up with you, Lil Bucket? What up? You know you the hater of CU community, right? Hey, as long as you clicking and as long as you viewing, let's go. Call it whatever you want to call it. If I'm the hater, hey, I'm doing something right. Look at the numbers, baby. Look at the numbers. I ain't here to be your friend. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to make friends. Let's go, baby. All right, so here we go. The first thing we want to talk about is this Ravens and Coach Prime situation. Let's go ahead and talk about it, and then we'll get into the other part of the show. You feel me? At the top of the show, here we go. Let me get this part off the screen. Let me get the intro off the screen. Come on, man. You know, when you pay people to do certain things, they don't do what they're supposed to do. Here we go. Come on, StreamYard. They want me to share their StreamYard link so that you can buy, and then they're going to try to give me some money. I'm like, okay, I did it one time. They ain't give me no money. Then it's like, oh, yeah, you got to do it several times, And then it's like this bait and switch crowd. I'm like, look, listen, if I share it one time with my audience, you give me money. That's how it works. Share it 1,000 times, and then if somebody clicks and buys, and then we'll give you $2. Get out of here. I ain't got time for all that. Todd Smith, Dallas is in the building. I didn't do this right. You're supposed to be able to come on the show. So give me a second, guys. The email is right there. Join TLPlive@gmail.com. I'm not going to be on here forever. I know we have these marathon shows like my guy Phil So Real says. But listen, man. I'm only going to be here. Hopefully, hopefully, I'm saying hopefully, we can end the show either at 11:30 or 11:45. That's my hard out. I got to go. So we got to get into this show. We got to get going. Join TLPlive@gmail.com. Join TLPlive@gmail.com. That is the email. You email me, you come onto the show, we talk about these things. And if not, I can do this on my own. I can sit up in here and I can preach. I do what I do. You feel me? Or I does what I does. And if you hear an accent, that's because I'm Liberian, West African. That's right. My picking it. All my chico there, how y'all doing? Let go, man. All the American people in there watching. Let me give them some sports information. That will be out of it. All right, guys, let's go. Back to my American English. My American, we call it series in Liberia. Let me go back to my series. Let's go. Since I'm the hater, I'm going to hate today. Y'all want me to be the hater? Don't do it, Harry. Don't do it. Don't do it, Harry. Y'all ain't seeing me as a hater. Anyways, I ain't going to do that today. Where did they get that from? I'm the hater of the CU community. How? I know what it is. It's Free for All Friday, right? We're going to get into that demon that you're dealing with. I'm going to pull that demon out today. Y'all going to get healed today. Let's go. Deion Sanders, Baltimore Ravens theme, Nike Snickers drop Snickers, right? Sneakers, not Snickers, because Snickers is what you eat, right? Sneakers is what you wear, okay? So it's that African Liberian accent, okay? Sneakers drop today. The Nike Air Diamond Turf Ravens drop on May 30th for $155. This one is written by Pat Benson. Pat, what up, my G? Colorado Buffaloes coach Deion Sanders is busy rejuvenating a once proud college football program. However, Sanders' NFL legacy is still felt to this day, just like Michael Jordan. I added that in case you're not listening. Been there, write that part. Over the past year, Nike has released Deion Sanders retro sneakers in colorways that tell the story of two sport icons' incredible playing career. What happened? Okay, here we are. This morning, Sanders' first signature sneaker will drop in a colorway inspired by the last NFL team he suited up for, the Baltimore Ravens. If I'm not familiar with the colorway thing, y'all let me know. I'm reading it like I don't know what that is. Would drop in a colorway. I'm not a sneakerhead, so y'all forgive me. Okay, all your sneakerhead. What is colorway? Y'all let me know what that colorway is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I was pissed. I have my head down. I'm sorry. Oh, look at this. Feels so real. He's been a member for 14 months. Okay. Bless you, Phil. That's my guy right there. I try to give him a hard time, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, he try to be sophisticated. But anyways. The Nike Air Diamond Turf Ravens colorway drops at, is that the name of the thing? Colorway? Drops at 10 a.m. Oh, okay. So it's like 40 minutes. It's already 40 minutes in because it's 10:41 New York time. EST on Friday, May 30th. Online shoppers can buy the retro shoes for $155 in adult sizes on the Nike Sneakers app, Foot Locker, and other select retailers. The Ravens colorway features a black upper contrasted by black upper contrasted by subtle hits of club purple throughout the silhouette. I'm sorry, not soliloquy, but silhouette. The Nike swoosh logos appear in white on the forefront strap, while the Nike Air branding pops off the heels in metallic gold. The final touches of the iconic colorway include Sanders' signature logos in white and club purple on the tongues. Lastly, the lateral forefoot mesh panel is dressed in metallic gold. You can tell I'm not a sneakerhead. I'm sorry, guys. I'm botching this. This is on air, okay? Like I told y'all, Prince George's County Public Schools. Also Montgomery County too. Shout out to Montgomery County Public Schools. You feel me? That's where I started when I came in 1989. You feel me? Silver Spring, Aspen Hill, Montgomery County. Salute to Montgomery County out there. You feel me? I only live in rich counties, okay? I only live in rich counties. That's it. Montgomery County is one of the richest. You feel me? Prince George's County, one of the richest black counties. I only live in rich places. until I go visit my mom when we live in the hood. Claremont Court, Greensboro, North Carolina, Claremont Court, what up? No I'm sorry, Mom. when I live with my dad, I'm living in the richest counties. When I go visit my mom, we're in the hood, okay? It's okay. Mama raised a... I'm so sorry if any of my siblings are watching. So all my Claremont Court people, salute to you, okay? We made it out. Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. So what y'all think about Coach Prime's shoe? He's still doing it. Is Coach Prime like, is he trying to do that Jordan thing where he's kind of like, is Coach Prime a sneakerhead? I'm sorry, Snickers and sneakerhead. Who is sneakerhead out there? So this is called a colorway, I guess. I'm reading it. I'm like, what is the colorway? The colorway. Okay, so that's the colorway. That's the first thing we want. If you're a sneakerhead, let me know you're a sneakerhead. And did you ever rock the colorway and whatnot? I'm not a sneakerhead. I ain't got much to say. No commentary here. I'm just like, okay, they're too expensive. Because for me, my wife always thinks that I have this, I don't know what you want to call it. My wife says I have the poverty mentality. I'm not spending $155 on shoes. It could be an African thing. I ain't gonna hold you. Maybe not an African thing because I can't blame the entire continent on this. It's not an African thing. It's a Harry B thing and a Liberian thing, because there are actual sneakerheads in the hip hop community that are actually African. Some of them are more sneakerheads than some of y'all Americans. So I don't want to blame the entire continent for me being a cheapskate. You feel me? Like I spend. Okay, let me draw this back a little bit. What I spend 120, 55 is not that much. Okay, maybe that's not that much. I try to catch it on sale when it's going down and everybody's wore it, because you know what y'all do? Y'all like to wear things to try to make y'all who y'all are. For me, I'm the opposite. What I got on, I'm making it. You feel me? That's how I live my life. I don't wear things to make me who I am. Like Phil always says, you ain't supposed to laugh at your own jokes. I'm like, I don't need nobody to laugh at my jokes. I can laugh at my own. I can sit there while I'm working and I'm talking to myself and I'm like, I'm in my own world all by myself. Like my son told me like years ago when he was younger. Now he's graduated from high school. He's going to college. He got a scholarship, y'all. Come on, give me some high fives for a black man getting a scholarship. You know what I'm saying, to a university. Praise God. Okay, we raced, and he graduated with a 4.0. So salute to my son. All A's. Is a 90 percentile in his school. So I did something good. Okay, even with living rich and living poor. My mom was the poor side. What does that say about my mom? And by the way, she graduated from no, let me get this right. North Carolina Agricultural and Technical University. So that's A&T. For all of you A&T Greensboro people, salute to y'all. All right? But yeah, man, I'm not going to spend that much on some sneakers. I got to keep saying sneakers or I say Snickers. Okay? So yeah, how many of y'all are some sneakerheads and y'all would spend that much? I'll catch it on the slip. Like when it's like $79 or $59. Because like I told y'all, I ain't saying I'm the most confident person in the world. I'm just saying my personality doesn't care about you. That's just how it is. No shot on you. My personality doesn't really care about you. My personality cares about me. That's it. And it's like, I'll be laughing at people. I laugh at myself. I laugh at my own jokes. I'm in my own world all by myself. And I don't care. Like, I really don't care. You know? So while y'all wearing stuff to make y'all feel like y'all are popular or y'all got it going on, I'm like, my G, I don't really care about that. Like, that's you. Like, you feel like, oh, if you got the latest on, then you somebody. But for me, I'm like, please. I'm over here. Like, do it over here. I don't know if that's good or bad. It just is, okay? Forgive me. Don't forgive me, whatever it is. It is what it is. Whether it's good or bad, I don't care. I really don't care, to tell you the truth. Okay, y'all want to talk about this OTA stuff first, and then we dig into the final part of the show, which is, do you consider Shedeur Sanders to be a phenom? And is what he's doing phenomenal? And does he fit into the category of a phenom? And I think my guy Colin is doing a live also. I checked YouTube and it says Colin is live. Should we pull up on Colin? Let's pull up on Colin. Is he still live? Somebody let me know. Let's go to YouTube and let's see if my guy Colin is still live. Let me pull up on Colin and say what's up, and then I'm gonna bounce and do my own thing. Let's see. Life and football. Is he live? Oh, okay. I don't think he's. Shedeur is unstoppable. Travis Hunter dominating. Shiloh Sanders making a name in the NFL. Streamed 1 minute ago. Oh man, he just went off 1 minute ago. Okay, Colin is not live anymore, so I'm not gonna pull up on him. All right, no doubt, no doubt. Oh, I ignore your super chat. My bad. Hold on. Where the super chat? Oh, you want me to read something? Lord, please be good. Please be good. Save you some money and buy those shoes, these shoes, or do Liberian walk barefoot. Oh. Oh God. Do the like. I know where that joke comes from. You have breed. I know where that joke is from. I try to get you to take the bait, but you didn't take the bait today. Half breeds. All these half breeds. They're sweaty African. That's why y'all call African American. I don't want the American on my name. I just want just the African, okay? Y'all can have that. Anyway, okay. I hope I didn't just lose all my Americans. I'm sorry. Just Phil. Just for Phil. Hey, y'all, click the like button. Let's get more people before we get going. I think I'm gonna do the OTA stuff first. Let's do the OTAs and then we'll end with let's end with a Shedeur a phenomenon. And the reason why I wanted to do this show today is because now that I ain't got nothing to talk about, right? Because there's always something to talk about in the CU community, because they say I'm the hater. I'm the hater in the CU community. How did I become the hater, bruh? What is wrong with y'all? What kind of demonic stuff is that? How do I become the hater? Let's talk about that briefly. You know why you say I'm the hater? I think I know why they say that. Because I'm not willing to sell my soul to join the boys club. I don't want to be their friend. I don't really want to be their friend. I don't want Prime to come on the show. I ain't trying to interview the kids. I don't care about none of that. If they come on here and they're like, yo, Harry B, we respect what you're doing, that's cool. But I'm gonna tell them on the show, like, hey man, I just want to let you know, bro, I'm a media dude. I ain't trying to be your friend. If you mess up, I'm gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say something sideways, I'm coming for you. You feel me? Like, because if you somebody's friend, now you can't talk about them. And like, I don't know how much of a benefit it is to be Prom's friend. And, like y'all Prom's friend, and I don't see the numbers spiking up. All of y'all Prom friends, I don't see y'all numbers. I don't see 100,000 subs. So what benefit is it for me to just be like, oh yeah, I want to be in the club? Like, so I don't do this here. I don't do this here. All right. I'm trying to run a media company here. So like, what's my 5-year goal? My 5-year goal is where I'm talking sports respectfully, chasing bar stools, chasing some of these bigger names, where people are respecting the data that comes from TRP, where I'm providing you sports analysts from other places. They're going to come and join me. I'm trying to run a sports entertainment network here. I'm starting on YouTube because I need to get my chops up. So y'all want me to be like the Colorado pom-pom shaking, the pom-pom shaking guy, and they can never do no wrong and all of that. I ain't trying to do none of that. So I do have objective conversations. I think that's where you're getting it confused, because some of y'all don't know how to be objective without hating. So while you're calling everything that anybody says about football is hate, somebody simply just says, like, I'll give you an example. I said it the last show. I simply said, Dylan has, I'm just going to give you an arbitrary number. Dylan has 5 touchdowns. Shedeur has 4 touchdowns. Dylan has 500 yards. Shedeur has 700 yards. Somebody said I was a hater. And they said the reason why I'm a hater is because Dylan played 6 years and Shedeur played 4 years. Even though I didn't say, there was no commentary. It was just me saying the numbers. They say I'm a hater. No matter if you're objective and you're just talking football, as long as you're not saying Shedeur's good, Deion Sanders is everything, and this family is the best family, and God's going to bless them, and God is they have God's favor, and they're everything to the black community. If you're not saying that stuff, I ain't doing that, man. I'm not doing that. I'm just sorry. I'm not doing that. Okay. I refuse to do that. I'm sorry. It doesn't feel right in my spirit. First of all, I'm a man of God. I don't idol worship, and ain't nobody perfect. Like, come on, bro. Like, are you serious? Ain't nobody perfect. They can't do no wrong. Don't that feel weird in your spirit? I'm grabbing that demon out of you right now. Like, that don't feel weird, right? For you to just be objective and say, yo, I didn't like that pass. I don't like how Shedeur hands the ball off. I don't like this. I don't like that. But then you can, on the other hand, you're like, yo, I think Shedeur is going to make this team. If you give Shedeur the equal amount of reps, he's going to make this team. Like, I'm on record for saying all of that. But y'all want me to, like, be like you? Heck no. I cannot be like some of y'all. There's no way. My soul and my spirit is not for sale. And I can't do it. I'm sorry. So if that's not good for you, then I'm sorry. All these other channels, they're bigger than me and they got more numbers. I'm so okay with that. Like, I'm so okay with that. I'm growing at the right thing. That's why I went and I got another job. I said, you know what, God? My wife needs to be fed. My kids need to be fed. So you know what? I saw this thing growing, and then when I started to be objective, I saw the numbers stop. So I said, you know what? I won't sell my soul. I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm going to grow it the right way. And those people that do understand that I'm not a hater, I'm running a media company, and I'm being objective, subjective, and some other, adjectives? Is that an adjective? I don't know. Public school education. Okay. I started school when I was 6, when I was 12 years old. So sorry, in 6th grade. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not selling my soul. I want to run a regular media company that one day can rival some of these guys, and then I can hire other black, white, Hispanic, Latinos to do media coverage. I can send them to different places in where the teams are playing, and I can say, hey man, go cover that team for TRP Sports Club. I want to do that, but if I start off being like you, how am I ever going to be there? How am I ever going to get there? So I'm snatching that demon out of you. Don't be an idol worshiper. Be true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Be who you are, and the right people will find you. Okay? Let's go. I ain't going to address this no more, okay? Look at here. Phenom. I think Phenom is in Africa. Keep up the great work, brother. Brother, do you. Thank you. Okay? And then we got QB1 Deion Sanders says, how is being a real fan worshiping? No, what I just described is not called a real fan. A real fan, like somebody who just can't do no wrong, a family can't do no wrong. That's not called a real fan. You're not a real fan if you call somebody a hater who is just talking football. Y'all do that around here a lot. You know what I'm saying? Don't call people a hater who's just talking football. I'll give you a stat and you said I'm hating just for giving you the stat. Like, search your soul. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you really know God, the Holy Spirit is real. Like, if you say, ask the Holy Spirit, hey, Holy Spirit, I just called Harry a hater. Is Harry a real hater, or is he just running a show? If the Holy Spirit doesn't say anything to you within an hour or right away, then maybe you don't know the Holy Spirit. Or if he doesn't eventually tell you, nah, Harry, he just he's just being who he is. He prays for the family sometimes. When I tell him to pray, he says a prayer. Have you prayed for this family on live? If you haven't prayed for Deion Sanders like I did, and people talked about me for praying for Deion Sanders, and you calling me a hater, if you haven't done that, people don't pray for people to hate. You feel me? Maybe you're supposed to pray for your haters. I'm done with all of that. Let's go, man. I ain't dressing y'all no more. I ain't dressing y'all. Y'all know who it is. I know, God, bro, you can be a hater, Glazer, or Bader, Knicks in 7. And you a Knicks fan too? Daggone it, man. I was about to hate you. Until you said you was a Knicks fan. I'm joking. I was about to hate you. Anyways, I was about to hate you for asking those crazy questions. You in a real fan if you calling people a hater? I pray for Deion. How can I be a hater? Anyway, let's go. Enough of that. Enough of addressing y'all. I'm snatching demons, okay? On this channel, I snatch demons. your idol worshipers, and y'all gonna get up. I'm gonna let y'all know you're idol worshiping. Fadama, I appreciate you, Fadama D. Let's go, guys. Let's do like John the Liquidator and shake the haters off. John, where you at, man? We gotta do some shows together. All right, let's go. What did my guy say? So I want to say a salute to this guy. His name is Matty Dubs. Matty Dubs, I'm just using what you got already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you your props. I hope that's okay enough. You know what I'm saying? I know people, when we first started this journey, people were like, oh, you're stealing his footage. I'm giving him his props.
Who's looking good? Who's looking bad? Let's kind of break it down right now. All right, here we go. We got a short completion out of Kenny Pickett, single back set. All right, you got defensive line coming. You got pressure coming. We're going to fake the handoff here. Let's look at the rep here by Kenny. So again, as you hand this ball off, you want that arm tucked in. I've watched a lot of videos on former quarterbacks breaking down how the quarterback position is supposed to be played. This is a good job by Kenny Pickett. Turn back, you got a drop. Maybe would have been a sack because he steps up, dumps it down to what seemed to be a running back here.
Let's get the commercials going. You got to get this dude paid. You feel me? That's how YouTube pays us.
Not sure. That looks like 20, maybe pure strong, potentially, here for the Cleveland Browns. But ultimately, need to see a little bit more from this offense. Need to see some bigger plays. We'll see what happens later on. Let's keep going. All right, here's our rep from Shedeur Sanders. Now, let's start off from the top. So, he's in I form. We got, 21 personnel, it looks like. 2 running backs. If you guys don't know personnel, we can break it down real quick. So, you got 11, you got 10, you can have 20.
Let me just put that out there while I got some people here. Like, maybe I invite homie to come on the show every now and then, but I'm actively looking for a person that does this type of breakdown, because during the season, I want to have like a highlight show. Every Saturday we can like break things down. We can have a conversation. I want to have at least one show where I have somebody who knows about the ins and outs about football. If that's you or you know someone, join TLP Live. Let me put that email back up. Let me get y'all help to get me somebody. And I'm considering it a paid type of thing. So I'm looking to pay the person, because I don't really, I really want to have a show where I kind of look and I break some things down just once a week. I want to do that, where we have somebody on here that can break down some plays, and TLP will just provide that for the people. And I think I'm looking to pay the person. We can negotiate how much you want to get paid, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a little bit of money from YouTube. Not a lot, but, I can give you a few dollars for your pocket to buy your we say in Liberia, my man, buy me Coca-Cola, but man, I'll do that thing for free, but just buy my Coca-Cola. I mean, I can pay for your Coca-Cola, but anyway, I can buy you some Coca-Cola. Join TLPlive@gmail.com. If you know somebody, if it's you, email me. If you know someone, email me once a week during the season. We can break down some shows. Hey, Matty Dubs, if that's you, my guy, let's collaborate, have you on the show, yada, yada, yada. Let's keep going, guys. We're almost done with this portion of the show. Stay tuned. We're about to talk about Shedeur being a phenomenon. Is he a phenom? Yada, yada, yada.
21. The first number is always going to represent the amount of running backs in the backfield. So for this play, we got 2 running backs set. Looks like maybe 1 tight end over on the opposite side, and then you got your 2 wide receivers. So you got 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. We're going to drop back. No play action. We're just in a straight 5-step drop. So let's look at the footwork here. Fork doesn't look bad at all. Again, a lot of people complain about his fork. Dude,
They do. They do. I was just about to say, people always complain, oh, Shedeur ain't got that. Shedeur ain't, and all of this is going to lead up to that conversation we're about to have about is Shedeur a phenom, right? Like, this dude has been winning. He won a champ. He won championships in high school. He was being recruited. I'm not ready for that part yet. Let's go.
Not bad at all. Please tell me where it's bad. Okay, so he hops a little bit in the pocket. That is one thing I don't love here. Let's look at it. Hops a little bit, not bad though. Fires a dart over the middle, finds his tight end for some yards here. Now, who is that? 87?
87.
I believe 87 is John Bates. Correct me if I'm wrong, boys.
I saw Bates.
But not bad at all. I think this is a good rep from Shedeur Sanders, dropping back, not holding the ball too long here. It's just 7-on-7, so you're not really seeing a defensive.
Speaking of holding the ball too long, let me just let y'all know that I saw a coach, and I was watching a video where the coach was like, all right, good release. That's what we're looking for. So remember what we talked about. Not too long ago, and I kept saying, look, let Shedeur get there. Those little mechanics that we're talking about, that we're nitpicking on Shedeur, I believe they're gonna work on it. When you get to the NFL, and once they choose who the person they're gonna work with, they're gonna work with those things. Like, hey, get rid of the ball, they're gonna have somebody there patting you. Like, okay, 1, 2, 3, pat. You know, if you don't get rid of, like, they're gonna untrain those bad behaviors that he has. They're gonna stand somebody there with the pad, and they're gonna, like, 1, 2, 3. If it's not out of your hands, they're gonna smack you with that pad, right? And they'll keep doing that until you get it right. Because once you go into the games, they want you to be able to do those things. So I told y'all they're going to work on it. Let's not say, oh my gosh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, and that's why he's not going to translate in the NFL. They work on those things. If they want you as a quarterback, and the reason why they want you, those things are going to work out. So they're going to eventually bring out all of those bad habits out of you. You see what I'm saying? And then they're going to put you out there. So if he's not ready, they're going to keep working with him to be ready. But the things that he's good at outweigh the things that he's not good at. So the things that he's not good at, they're going to work out. They're going to work on it in practice. Let's just keep that in mind. This is Matty Dub. I want to just keep saying that Matty Dub, for those who don't know, Matty Dub, this is his footage. This is not my footage. I'm just using it for this conversation, this portion of the show.
Line at all, for the most part. Again, good job picking, choosing what the defense is giving you and taking it. All right, here we go. Some 11-on-11. Now you got the defensive line here. Let's see how this Dillon Gabriel rep goes. He drops back, right? Looks, scans, ball deflected at the line of scrimmage here. Looked like Mason Graham to me, just absolutely throws this thing down. And the biggest concern about Dillon Gabriel is, can he get that ball over these defensive linemen?
Let's talk about that just a little bit, because we know that Dillon Gabriel, remember we said his height is an issue, right? So he's a little short, so he has to go a little bit higher. It's not a hate thing. It's just, that's something you got to deal with. So that's going to be, a thing. People are saying that he's going to be a professional backup. Hey, they're not saying that about Shedeur. But again, we're going to talk about that once we get rid of this part of the show. Let's keep going.
Right there, he doesn't struggles right there, but that's okay. You got to bounce back. You got to have some good reps in there as well. Overall footwork looks good for Dillon Gabriel. Tries to throw that thing really quick off a 3-step drop. Doesn't look like a hitch. Looks just like a 3-step plant. Boom, throw the ball. But again, that thing gets swatted down pretty much immediately. All right, another Dillon Gabriel. Once again, under center. We're trying to really get these guys established with working out of, in a single back set or an I formation, right? So we're trying to get these guys acclimated here with the centers. Here we go. We can't really see, but we're going to play action fake. We got a 5-step drop. We're going to scramble outside the pocket. Throws it down the field, and I can't really tell.
See this property on Craigslist for $4,300 a month? Well, it's been sitting empty for the last 28 days.
Looks like it's an incompletion. Saw the ball hitting the ground a little bit there. Pressure was coming. Throws it. Again, can't really see. Wish we had a better angle, but
yeah, you can see the ball. You can see the ball drop between number 86 in the dark brown jersey. You can see the ball drop over there. So that is.
I do see the ball flopping around a little bit back here. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
So, again, not sure how that play went. Wish I had a different angle, but that's all we get right there. We also saw a rep of Joe Flacco here out of the shotgun. Right, we got just 7-on-7, so no defensive line. As he drops back, we're going to get this angle route, kind of like a skinny post down that middle of the field. We're trying to draw the defense down on this little shallow cross over the middle. You have your running back.
Just want to let you know, the person that you're hearing and the person that's video that I'm using is called Matty Matty Dub. I just wanted to just say that again. You know, people are watching. I just want to. His name is MattyDubs. Matty Dubs got about 174,000 subscribers. Let me subscribe to his channel right there live. I'm subscribing to the channel, and I appreciate his work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you got to do. So I just want to know that, you know, let y'all know I appreciate the work, and that's who I'm using for this work. His skill is not my skill. I got a different set of skills.
Deion Sanders out the backfield as well. And then look at this throw by Joe Flacco. The first thing you notice is he's going through a full field read. He's going to start left. He's going to scan right. And he's just going to move those linebackers over and find Phenom for a touchdown over the middle. Good. I mean, that is beautiful. Great job by.
And that's why, that's the veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see, like, Flacco going his read and he's standing back, he already knows. You feel me? That's why you're like, okay, Flacco 1, then you got Shedeur 2, then maybe, you know, you got Dylan. Pickett, you got to trade. You feel me? Pickett, you got to get up out of there. So let's start with Flacco. And you know what I'm saying? And Flacco, look, stop playing, okay? You are no Charles Barkley. You're going to be a mentor. You're going to be somebody who has, listen, man, you're not a Charles Barkley. Just make sure that you help these young people to come up, okay? But we're going to give you the first round. I ain't got no problem with Flacco because he's the veteran. He should know the playbook. He looks smooth. And as I say that, somebody's going to call me a hater because when you say somebody else looks good and you don't say Shedeur, then they say, oh, you're hating. Shedeur looks good too. It's like when you say somebody's good, that means that Shedeur isn't good. The demonic God, I snatch demons out of people, Lord Jesus. I snatch demons of idol worship out of people. Let's go.
By the rook and the veteran, the nice connection there. Does get 2 feet in bounds. Let's go. All right, another ball here by Shedeur Sanders. Drops back, quick read. So on these quick reads, all you want to do is have a one-step drop, okay? You want to, boom, plant that foot, throw it, let it fly. Great ball to the back corner of the end zone. These back pylon throws are some of the toughest throws you can make in football right now, right? It's so tough to get this over the DB, but
look at the ball placement. I'm sure he was probably about to say that, but look at the ball placement. You feel what I'm saying? Like, look at the ball placement. The ball placement is where we keep talking about Shedeur being accurate, right? That's why we say he's QB1. We respect the fact that Joe Flacco's there. He knows the playbook. Shedeur has time. He needs time to watch the playbook, right? So let's just 5 months, whatever it takes, right? Let's give it to Joe. And then Shedeur's going to take his time to learn that playbook. But then we know that he's going to take over. All right? It's okay for Shedeur to not come in right away if they don't want to do that. So give it to Flacco if you don't think he's QB1, but he's definitely QB2. Okay, give it a Flacco. We start the season with Flacco. We know he's not as accurate as Shedeur because he's old now. He's old now, not because he wasn't good when he was younger, Shedeur's age, but we know that Shedeur's him right now. Stop playing with me. Okay. I got to calm down when I do these shows, okay? I think it's the African in me. I blame the whole continent. Leave me alone. And Jamaicans, you're African too. All you Caribbeans, you're African too. Dominica, I'm not African. I am no African. Donald Trump. Wait, that had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry. Y'all African too.
Look at the ball placement right where it needs to be. McKinney gets both his feet in bounds or his hip in bounds, right? I mean, this is perfect. When you look at what a quarterback can do, you want to see these high, over the head type of throws.
Bad placement.
Beautiful arc, beautiful placement, everything.
He's the most accurate quarterback. We keep telling y'all in college football. This isn't no joke. Y'all think we glazing? We doing all, come on, son. I'm just trying to show y'all what was basic, what everybody was telling you. It's right in front of your face. You don't want to see it. That ain't my fault. It's your fault because it's hard for you to accept. Because he's a phenom. Uh-oh.
Here from Shedeur Sanders is really good. I mean, again, that placement right here of this football.
You put it in a place where only your wide receiver can catch it. Could anybody else catch that ball?
Okay. Couldn't have been any better. Another big-time throw here by Shedeur Sanders. Now, again, just 7-on-7 work. You're going to see a lot more 11-on-11s in another video. But here we go. Shedeur Sanders in the gun, drops back. We're going to get another maybe 3-step drop. Not the cleanest drop in the world here. Right? Got to work on that. All
right, so I think that's enough for the OTA stuff. Y'all got enough. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, we got some OTA stuff in there, because this crazy narrative that continues to go on, this whole, oh, you know, he was drafted. There's a reason why he was drafted number 5, and the people didn't believe in him. He's that. I keep telling you, I'm like, look, we'll split the difference. We'll split the difference. All right? Give him, if you don't believe, fine. It's football talk. I know you're not hating. You're just talking football. I respect that. But let's split the difference. Give him reps. And guess what's going to happen? We're going to just say, give him the amount of reps. So in this video, with the part that I didn't play for y'all, is that the Cleveland Browns did this thing where they split fields, right? Because you got to count reps. You can't wait for the other team to finish and then say, okay, now we're going to do this. They split the field. On one field, you had Dylan and Pickett. On the other field, maybe not in that specific order, on the other field, you had Shedeur and Flacco, right? So they were going head to head. Now, my only concern was who's watching. And it's the people that are actually watching the two fields. You can't split the head coach and the OC. So it's some assistants watching. So maybe I didn't go too much into it. I don't know if they're being filmed and then they're going to, obviously, I think that's what it's doing. They're filming it and then they're going to watch it together and make their assessment, because people are writing down stuff. They're taking notes and they're doing stuff like that, so that at the end of the day, when they go into the war room, they're going to decide, okay, so this amount of completions, Shedeur had like 3 touchdowns. I think day number 1 or number 2, he had like 3 touchdowns. So it's like the numbers are coming out. Exactly what I told you. I don't have to be a Glazer, you know what I'm saying? I know, y'all got Glaze Nation out there. I don't think I'm part of Glaze Nation because I'm talking football. The only thing is, it's hard for you to hear it because while we're being objective, some of y'all don't want to leave objection land, right? Y'all don't want to leave objection land. Y'all want to stay in objection land and not look at the numbers and the positive stuff that's right in front of you. You rather stay objective. So I can leave. I can play in the lands. I can travel from Africa. I can come to America and live for a few years, go back to Africa. I can go to Dubai. So some of y'all just like to just live in America. Y'all don't want to go to Africa because you don't like flies. Flies, oh, too much flies. Oh, it's too hot over there. I like my air condition. Oh, do they have pizza? What about Kentucky Fried? Oh, goat meat all the time? Lord Jesus. Do they have showers? Anyways, what I was trying to just tell you is that I can be objective, but I can still appreciate his talent. Some of y'all, you're so objective that the real talent is in front of you and you're like, you don't want to touch it because you feel like if you say the real talent, then you are in Glaze land, right? Glizom, somebody said, I think it was DC that said Glizom, Nation of Glizom. Right? I can go back and forth. I can appreciate the talent. And then I can also say, hey, being objective, I can say these are the things he needs to work on. Some of y'all always just saying this is what he needs to work on. This is what he needs to work on. And y'all can never have the conversation about, wow, yeah, I really like that. Then it hurts you. It hurts your heart. But thank God I'm neutral. Thank God I can live in this space where I can be on the side of history where I know that this kid is really nice. And that's going to lead me right into the conversation of, do you think that Shedeur is a phenom? And for that, I'm going to invite my assistant, ChatGPT, okay? And we're going to have to define let me ask ChatGPT, is Shedeur Sanders a phenom according to the definition? I gotta spell the definition right, excuse me, of the word. Let's see what ChatGPT said. Don't let me down on live TV. Whew. Thank you, Jesus. Whew, that was close. I was like, oh shoot, what if it says no? I was gonna be Lord, that was a close one. Maybe you should do these things first before you you start the show so you don't get embarrassed. All right, so let's go into that conversation. Woo! All right. So remember the question. The question says, is Shedeur Sanders a phenom according to the definition of the word? The word phenom, short for phenomenon, is typically used in sports to describe someone, usually young, who displays extraordinary talent or skill, often well beyond what is expected for their age or experience. So is Shedeur Sanders a phenom? Look at that answer. Oh, shoot. Look at that answer. The answer is yes. Whew. Many would consider Shedeur Sanders a phenom based on the following. Let's look at performance. Statistical production. At Jackson State and later at Colorado, Shedeur has put up impressive numbers, including 3,230 yards and 27 touchdowns in 2023, despite poor offensive line play. This even ChatGPT knows? No way. What? Hold up. Even ChatGPT knows that Colorado had a poor offensive line play? How they know? Stop playing with me, yo. Oh, man. I need all my haters to step up to the front. No, I need two group of people. I need all you haters and all you butters to step up to the front of the line. I'm ready for y'all. I got time today. Okay? I got time today. We're talking about performance here, okay? At Jackson State and later at Colorado, Shedeur has put up impressive numbers, including 3,230 yards and 27 touchdowns in 2023, despite poor offensive line play. For my Africans that don't know the word despite, I mean, I'm thinking instead of, in spite of, my man, in spite of. Y'all go to school, man. Y'all go learn something, my man. Don't eat your mom's school fee. Leave me alone, bye. Go learn something. I can't be defining everything for y'all. Anyways, poise and skill set. He's shown high-level pocket press. Is this ChatGPT or Coach Prime hiding behind this thing? I don't know if this is ChatGPT. I think this is Coach Prime hiding behind this. I'm not asking if Dylan is a phenom. No, I'm not asking that. Do your own work. You ain't gonna hijack me. Nope. Yeah, that's not how this works. This is a one-way show. Only one-way show, okay? This is about Shedeur, not Dylan. He's too short. Poise and skill set. He's shown high-level pocket presence, decision-making, and a strong arm, drawing praise from NFL scouts. And a strong arm? Man, I thought strong arm was not part of that. Man, some of these haters, they be trying to glaze your eyes. Like, no, don't look at his arms. He has a weak arm. Shh. Records and awards. Uh-oh, we're digging deep now. Quinn Leader said, well-off media filled that out. Well-off media hijacked ChatGPT. My assistant is expensive, okay? She's well-respected, okay? Records and awards. He's broken school and HBCU records and was named the 2022 Jerry Rice Award winner, best freshman in FCS. Man, star power. Uh-oh. Hey, DC, I think this is where if we ask, well, he or she might say yes, because I don't know if he can touch Shedeur's star power. But I think this is where I really want to focus on. I wasn't really talking about the football stuff, but this right here, this is important right here. Media attention. He's one of the most talked about QBs in college football, partly due to his father, Deion Sanders, but also because of his own play. Marketability. He's among the top college athletes in NIL earnings, indicating star appeal and recognition. So now this is probably like, NFL potential, projected draft pick. If he declares in 2025, so this is like, we haven't even talked about the NFL stuff yet. Okay. Shedeur is widely expected to be first round. Hey, chat. This is pre-draft stuff. This is pre-draft data. Projected draft pick. If he declares in 2025, Shedeur is widely expected to be a first-round pick, with some analysts calling him a potential top 5 QB. Some analysts say he's a potential top 5 QB. Conclusion. We got to read the conclusion. Shedeur Sanders fits the definition of a phenom. He's young, highly talented, performing at a high level, and generating national attention. Whether he ends up as a transcendent NFL player remains to be seen. But in terms of college football and the term phenom, he qualifies. He qualifies. That's ChatGPT, right? So now, here's the thing. This is pre-draft information that ChatGPT gave us for this argument, for this part of the show. And we're almost done with the show, because I got to be out 11:45. So pre-draft information. Now, let's talk post-draft. Shedeur Sanders is chosen by the Cleveland Browns, and he goes 5th round. As we know, no 5th rounder has ever sold out jerseys on their team. Shedeur Sanders did that. Shedeur Sanders is arguably the most. No. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it this way. We got to go in right now. This is where we have to lean in, and we got to get gangster with this. We got to go in on this one right here because it deserves it. This is where we go in on this one. All right, so listen. Shedeur Sanders is the most talked about NFL draftee in 2025. He is dominating headlines. All of the podcasts, the daily shows, the morning, the night, the evening drive shows, radio, everywhere you go, everywhere you turn. We're talking about OTAs because of Shedeur Sanders. This portion of the show is brought to you by the haters and the butters, where we make them melt just a little bit more faster. And then the haters, we warm their heart just a little bit so they can keep hating. Because for God to make sure that the people in Egypt and the Pharaoh knew that it was God, he had to harden their hearts. God had to harden his heart, because when it was all said and done, they were going to know without a shadow of a doubt that it was God that did it. So here we are. We got to harden the haters' heart just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Harden their hearts, because when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, there will be no shadow of a doubt that you would say, TLP didn't tell you so. Shedeur Sanders is a phenomenon. He's a phenom. The word phenom derives from the word phenomenon. Shedeur Sanders is a phenomenon. You can put up footage of Shiloh, Jimmy Horn, Travis Hunter, Dylan Gabriel, Cam Ward. You will get some views. You put up a footage of Shedeur Sanders. Within the first 10 minutes of that footage, your views are going to spike up. He is the most talked about NFL draft and 5th rounder I believe in the history of the NFL. That is considered a phenomenon. Whether you're a butter or a hater, it doesn't matter. This Chat GPT can be wrong, and I can be wrong. I mean, that's obvious, right? Like, you can look into my eyes, my beautiful brown eyes, and you can tell that I can't be wrong, right? Come on now. I keep telling y'all, like, look, get out of your own way. I'm telling you, Shedeur Sanders is a phenom. The reason why it's hard for some of y'all to accept the definition and the person that we're talking about being a phenom is because of the hate that his dad gets, garners, and the audacity to believe in himself, the audacity to, like the short that I dropped. How many views that short got already? The amount of views that the short got, I think we're close to 3,000 something. Where Deion Sanders is, you ain't make me, so you can't break me. I created that. I took that short off of Twitter, and I put my little flair on it. That's what I do here at TLP Sports Club. I am a filmmaker. I'm very creative. Okay, let me tell you something. I'm very creative in what I do. I ain't just no YouTuber. Okay, I'm Spike Lee, Steven Spielberg, and a whole lot of other directors incarnated. Maybe not incarnated, but I'm on YouTube for now. God works in mysterious ways. So listen, whether you consider him a phenom, whether you consider him, consider what's going on a phenomenon, it is. Like, you can't deny it. Think about it. Think about the fact that we, like, so many people, right? And then what made it worse? The fact that he dropped so far down. It galvanized everyone. Again. Like, that's like the best thing that ever happened. I'm trying to tell you, like, yo, now more people are like, oh, see? And then some people are like, wow, I can't believe it. Because in the back of your mind, you're like, there's no way he's going to drop that low. So here we all are. We're making this argument. And I'm telling you, Shedeur Sanders is a phenomenon. I told y'all on one of the first videos that I made after the whole draft, just give the ball to Shedeur and back off. I guarantee you he'll be fine. And Shedeur will win. With Shedeur in the lineup, he will win more games. He will win unwinnable games. And I know. If you're in objection land, the way that hits your ear, it hits your ear with a little bit of a ding, ding. Like somebody's like keep ringing your doorbell like they're the police. They're knocking on your door like they're the police, and you're getting agitated. Like, why are you knocking my door like that? That's how you're feeling. Like, ooh, he's agitating me. You feel agitated because you don't really see what I see. It's okay. Right? I'm not Islam, but I don't live in a nation of Glizam either. I'm just telling you what I think it is. I'm telling you the stuff that's in front of you that you don't want to see because you want to do something like this. Even though he's only played 12 minutes of football, you think that Arch Manning is all that. But when we talk about Shedeur, you're ready to just, I don't think he's ready. I think, you become Barack Obama all of a sudden. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think he need to sit down for a year and take some reps. You ain't saying the same thing about Jackson Dart. You ain't saying that about Cam Ward. All the other. I think maybe he just need to, if they drafted him in the 5th round, I mean that's probably, it's probably fitting. Maybe he doesn't have everything now. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? If he went 1st round, you wouldn't be saying that. But now it's like 5th round. Yeah, maybe he need to take a few days off. I'm like, no, baptize that kid with fire. Put him in there. Just like me at the radio in Greensboro, North Carolina, first day. The whole station, everything goes off, power going, everything. I went straight to my librarian. I said, oh, my people, hey, that juju. Hey, my people, the whole thing not go down. I was like, what? Come to find out, a small plane had crashed into the power lines, and it had brought down everything. So that happens. That from that day forward, I was baptized in fire on the radio, and I was fire. DJ Sandstorm, Gospel Hour. Sandstorm Gospel Hour at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. The Sandstorm Gospel Hour. I was spinning gospel hip-hop and gospel music on the radio. I had a little bit of a following. I've been famous for a minute now, okay? Put some respect on my name. Stop playing with me. I ain't no regular YouTuber. I've been doing this for a minute. And don't you dare say, oh, that was school radio. Everybody had one of those. They were giving them away. I don't care. I'm taking it. A win is a win, nigga. Stop playing with me. A win is a win, okay? Let me bring my man on. Ty Smith. Dallas is in the building. Ty Smith, what up with you, my guy?
Hey, what's up, Harry, man? Thank you for having me on, man. Thank you for inviting me to the cookout.
Yo, thanks for coming on, man. Hey, man, it's a win is a win, right? Like, whether it was a school radio station and everybody had a win is a win. You agree?
Yeah, win is a win, man.
There you go. All right. Is Shedeur Sanders a phenomenon? Is he a phenom? Yes or no? Let me hear your thoughts.
Man, I'm about to get. He's a hater all in the chat. I can see it coming. But it's cool. You know what I mean? I'm fine with it.
You're prefacing it already? Dang, yeah. I don't even need DC. I just need you, huh? You're going to take DC's spot today. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, DC, come on, man.
Now, DC busy making music, so let him make that music. Go ahead. You take his spot tonight. Why is he not? Why don't you believe that he's a phenom?
I listen at you read out the text, and at the end it said could.
What you mean?
It qualified. He could be qualified as a phenom.
Hold on.
I felt like it gaslighted you.
No. You're not gonna do that. No, sir. You ain't gonna do that. You talking about the conclusion or where?
Yes. At the end, I can't really, look at it like that.
All right, hold on. Let me read it. I'm gonna read it in honest.
You don't have to read all of it. Just the last
just the
paragraph.
conclusion.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders fits the definition of a phenom. He's young, highly talented, performing at a high level and generating national attention. Whether he ends up as a transcendent NFL player remains to be seen. But in terms of college football and the term phenom, he qualifies.
Okay, read that first line again.
Shedeur Sanders fits the definition of a phenom. He's young, highly talented, performing at a high level and generating national, and is in bold letters, generating national attention.
He fits the description of a phenom. That doesn't make him one.
All right, so explain, because I don't know what you mean by like he fits the definition, so he's a phenom. He qualifies, and it says in terms of the term phenom, he qualifies.
Have Shedeur done great things in college? Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is he accurate? Yes, sir. But me, I look at the definition of phenoms differently than Chad. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes is a phenom.
Are you changing the definition of a phenom? Because I need to know, what are you leaning on? Because I understand, I feel like you're about to go to a place where that redefines phenomenon. Don't try to redefine it, lean into it.
I think that Shedeur has some traits of to be a great quarterback, but I don't see it going into. I don't see it going into.
You're not a butter and you're not a hater. I don't have a category for you, Tim. So what are you trying to do right now? You trying to define yourself, redefine yourself?
No. I'm not trying to redefine myself. You know what I mean?
Because you're not a butter like Phil and DC are. You're not a butter, but you're saying like it's hard for you to accept this in totality. Let me just read what my guy Wild Dog, who used to be old football heads hate being made wrong. The high school haters got quiet but popped back up during the draft. Hate will be ongoing. Texas QBs running things. Wild Dog, what up with you, my guy? Switcher real basketball. I don't know. I'm sorry, Wild Dog. Put that in the comments and I'll shout you out. Switcheroo basketball or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, why are you having a hard time accepting this? The Chat GPT, which is probably has more credibility than anything online, has told you this. Why are you having a hard time accepting this?
Everything Chat said, what we see with our eyes, it's true. But that doesn't give me security. I guess it doesn't. And I'm saying that from a football head's perspective. Somebody that just I go below the surface.
Okay, what?
And
switch for real basketball. There you go.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's like,
what is okay? Can you define when you say I go below the surface? What is on the surface and what's below the surface? Let's have that conversation.
Okay, what we just seen from your guy, what he just showed and broke down some of the film on Shedeur passing the ball in OTAs, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now it looks good to our eye, right? We see what Dylan Gabriel did. You know, he can't throw over 4 foot. So, but we knew that, and we fine with it. But under the surface, is he going against the ones or is he going against the threes? Because if he going against the threes, then is that really benefiting him now that he's at the next level?
So let me just say before you finish, before you continue, I don't see how that matters though.
It matters because speed matters. Timing in the NFL matters. It matters.
Okay, but keep in mind that the quarterback position is a position where you're protected. They're not going to get tackled, right? And yes, the linebackers or whoever is rushing can put some more pressure on it. But you also you're not considering that the defense is the offensive line is there to protect him, and they're not just coming through. No matter how fast they are, they're not just coming through. So his placement, we can judge his placement where he put the ball. If he has that opportunity, is the speed of the linebackers, the defensive line, going to be that much faster that is going to alter where he puts that ball? I don't believe that.
No. I'm not arguing Shedeur's ball placement. His ball placement and his throws are amazing. I can't argue that at all.
So then how can the speed? So then how can you? Okay, if you give him time, let's say, is your argument based in he won't have the time to be able to throw, period?
No, I'm not saying that. Well, it could be.
Define what your speed means then.
Well, what I mean by speed, like, that's why I use the term, is he going against the ones, meaning day one starters, or is he going against
but the reason why you're saying that is because they're faster, they're better. That's why you're saying that, right?
Yeah, because if you're talking threes, you're talking maybe like a 1 year, or some of the guys that just come out of college.
Right. But Tim, we locked in. I got you. We locked in right now on football.
Okay.
Because I want to flesh this all out and just get rid of it. Because that's the thing that boils my football stuff, and I'll be like, come on, guys. So what you're referring to, it has to boil down to him having pressure and not having that same accuracy as we're looking at it, because he's going to get faster players. Isn't that right? Isn't that what it boils down to?
No, I'm looking at. Okay. I guess. Well, you know what? You can use that to a certain degree. I'm just looking at
add to it, so I can get a full understanding of what you mean by
I want to
ones.
see ones. I want to see him go against the ones. I want them to say
Why?
Shedeur 707 or 11, huh? Because
Why do you want to see the ones?
Because that's the type of players that he'll see on Sundays.
But why? Why the ones? Tell me why the ones.
Because they seen what he brings to the table Sunday after Sunday. It's vets, experienced guys. Those are guys that he's going to be going up against. Say, for instance, Shedeur starts day one.
But okay,
he's going to go up against vets.
Tim, let me tell you what you're doing here.
Uh-huh.
Don't talk on the surface. You said you were below the surface. I'm
below the surface.
No, you're not. You're on surface level right now. I'm in the deep. I'm digging for catfish, and you're trying to catch little minnows. Catfish are bottom feeders. I'm at the bottom with you, and you went back. You floated back to the top like you ain't got no weight on you. Tim, I'm trying to get you to get to the bottom line of what you're saying, because the thing that you're leaving out is ones goes against ones. This is football we're talking, right? So it's going to be 1v1. It's going to be the ones versus the ones. So that means the first team defense goes against the first team offense. The defensive line number ones are going to go against the offensive lines number ones. So if the offensive line number ones are going to be good, Shedeur will have the protection. So you cannot determine and say if he goes against the ones, they're just going to be able to bust through the line like just that fast. No, because they're going against the offensive line number one. So Shedeur would be protected. So what does it boil down to? It boils down to him. No?
I'm glad you got that energy today.
I'm just saying, Tim, I got time today. I told you, Tim.
But I guess I don't see it like that, Harry. I mean,
okay,
honestly,
I'm giving you all the time to explain it. I'm gonna be quiet. If you don't see it like that's how football works, then tell me what else you're seeing.
Because the ones don't necessarily go up against the ones. Like
but you just said on game day. You just told me on game day. So how is the ones not gonna go against the ones on game day?
I said, okay, this is my analogy. What I'm looking at, what you just displayed, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll use that as the surface level, okay?
Uh-huh.
It looks good, his ball placement, everything. Like I said, I'm not taking anything away from that whatsoever.
Hey, hold on, Tim. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on, Tim. I'm gonna put this email back up. Somebody come on here and help Tim.
Join TLP. What DC at?
I don't know, but somebody got to come on here and rescue you because you're getting cooked. And you know what I'm saying? I like to cook African food. It takes a long time to cook. And trust me, it tastes good when it's done. Woo! African food.
I know. That's why I said thank you for inviting me to the barbecue.
But we Africans, we don't do barbecue. At our barbecues, we bring real food to our barbecues. We're not grilling chicken. We're cooking real meals. So I don't want you to get cooked.
Put them oxtails on the grill.
We can do. Listen, we don't grill oxtail, my man. So listen, let me just put this email up. Join TLPlive@gmail.com. I see JR Boxing out there. JR Boxing, come on here and help your mans out. Okay, somebody got to help you out because I want you to stay at the bottom. You're floating at the top, Tim. You're floating back to. You're floating, and I'm showing you how you're floating back to the top. You're not at the bottom. You're floating back up. So join TLPlive@gmail.com. That is the email. Email me. I'll send you the link. You can come on here and help your mans out. Tim, I'm gonna break this down one more time. I'm gonna do it very slow.
Okay.
Tim, the essence of what you're saying going against the ones is because of speed. Yes or no? Speed, ability, experience, and all of that. Yes or no?
That's a factor.
Okay,
yes.
So but that's on the defensive line, right? You're saying go against the first team defense, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good. Let's stay right there. Okay, it's got to make sense, Tim, right? If you go against the number one team defense, they're going to have more experience. They're going to be faster, bigger, and they have they've been playing for a long time, and they're going to get at you much faster. So yes, they're going to interrupt or disrupt his motion. If you're going against slower guys and not as experienced, he's not going to be able to sit back there and look all pretty and do. We're not going to give him the chance to do what he does. So here's the contrast. When you go against the number ones, you're going against number ones and number ones. So that's what I'm saying. So if you're not saying that, then then where does the conversation go? If you're saying no, that's not what I'm saying. But it sounds like that's what you want to say. So how could that not be what you're saying?
It sounds like you're basing it off of passing and passing alone.
Well, if he's running the ball, all he's doing is just handing it off, right?
No. If you're basing it off passing and passing alone. That's why I said earlier on.
But we're assessing Shedeur. We're assessing his ability to pass the ball pretty much, because if you're going to assess him, that's how you can assess his skill set. Now, if you want to say, oh, let's see how he hands the ball off, well then, I mean, yeah, but I thought that's what we were talking about. No.
His skill set and everything that he has done in college.
Ron said to let him in. So let me see.
It looks good at the college level in the Big 12. Okay. I'm looking at this as a whole. I'm not just looking at it just Big 12 and Big 12 only. I'm looking at, okay, he looked good in college, but there's better talent that he didn't get a chance to face.
Hey, Ron, hit the link. I just sent you the link. Hit the link, Ron. Go ahead, hit the link.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, because, okay, Tim, you're doing, okay. Let's leave college alone and just deal with what's right in front of us. We're in the NFL now. There's no more college. Forget about what he didn't do. Forget about that. Let's talk about what you want to talk about.
I'm assessing the article that you read. It was talking about college. It said that we haven't seen it yet at the NFL level. We haven't.
No, it just said whether he ends up as a transcendent NFL player remains to be seen, right?
Exactly.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. But see, the thing about phenomenon and the definition of the word phenomenon is that they broke it down by different categories, right? It didn't just say, oh yeah, he's a phenomenon because a bunch of people like him. It broke it down. No. It gave you different categories. It said performance.
Accolades.
Right. So it started with performance, statistical production, impressive numbers, poise and skill set, records and awards, star power, media attention, marketability, NFL potential. So that's what I'm saying. So we're taking the totality of what the definition of phenomenon is, and then it says at the end, it says yes, he qualifies, and he qualifies for it based on that definition. But you're saying you want to go back and now say, oh no, he's not because of he didn't play. He didn't play Georgia Tech. He didn't play Georgia. He didn't play Alabama. Like, that's what you want to turn that into.
Well, I'm keeping it strictly football, but if you wanted to add what you just read, the on and off the field accolades that tie into everything, then yes, I would say then that would.
But that's why I took my time and I started with the football stuff, and then I went into the star power. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
The star power.
That's what I'm saying. You want to do this thing that all the other people do, and I'm trying to take the totality of the definition. Let me bring these other guys on. Maybe they'll help us out. Ron Tate, welcome to the show. Thank you for calling in. Just hold on hold the line. How you doing, brother?
All right, I'm doing good. Thank you.
What's up, Ron?
Good. Thanks
Tim.
for coming on. JR Boxer, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. How you doing today?
What's good, Harry? What's good, Tim? What's good, Ron?
What's up, JR?
Hey, what's up, JR?
Hey, let me put the email in the chat. Join TLP Sports @gmail.com. That is the email. Just copy and paste that email, and then you can come on here. Ron Tate, we're going to start with.
Tell DC to land that helicopter and come on the show.
I don't know if DC wants that smoke today. I think he's hiding. But, you know,
Yeah,
I'm trying to bait him a
I know
little
he's
bit.
hiding.
I know he's hiding.
I know
DC
he's
don't want
hiding.
this smoke. DC's hiding. So he's going to pretend, oh, man, I'm working. I'm making music. Hey, man, you are 50-something years old and you're retired. Stop playing with me. You ain't working. You on your own schedule. So stop playing with me, DC. Come get this work. Anyways, Ron Tate.
Call him out, Harry.
I'm calling him out. I'm baiting him hard. Come on. All right, pause. Anyways,
Hey, Tim,
Ron Tate.
Yeah, let me help Tim out on the fact of being a phenom. Would you have considered the short quarterback that was a high pick in the first round? I'm not going to say his name. The little guy that didn't last long. Was he a phenom?
No.
Anyone, you know what I'm talking about? Can
said
anyone name his name?
The short guy that was in the NFL?
No, the little quarterback. That
it wasn't Doug Flutie, was it?
Everyone called him a phenom, and he was drafted.
You talking about Kyler Murray? That's what we're talking about.
No, not Kyler Murray. The little white kid.
It wasn't Doug Flutie, was it?
Wasn't Doug Flutie. It was after Doug Flutie. It was before Kyler Murray.
Manziel?
Huh?
Was it Manziel? Johnny
Manziel.
Baker?
Everyone was calling that little guy a phenom.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Go back.
Manziel a phenom.
Go back and review the tapes. They were calling little Manziel a phenom.
Why are you calling him little Manziel though? That's
well, excuse me.
You're coming in hot, Tim. Ron, you coming in hot, bro.
Because he's a half an inch shorter than I don't know. Maybe he's taller than Dylan Gabriel. I don't know.
You coming in hot, Ron, but I'm liking it. Go ahead.
As far as Shedeur, you know, we look at the one pass play. He throws a great pass, and the same defensive lineman go against Dylan Gabriel and slap his ball down. I mean, to me, there's a little difference in how you release the ball because Doug Flutie, Steve Young, who wasn't that tall, threw a lot of great passes against a lot of tall defensive linemen. So, and another thing, it was so much I was trying to get into. I was hoping DC was be on here, but Tim, you're doing.
Right Tim,
I'm sorry today, Tim. I'm going to have to call you Tim Smith DC Jr. today.
That's fine.
You were doing your best. You were doing your best, though, Tim. I'm telling you were doing your best. But
Tim
we have no control.
Tim got cooked with his own perspective.
the reporters or anything have no control over the defense that the quarterback in OTAs or in practice has to go against. So they evaluate you on what you do at that time. And what they were saying that Flacco did with the few passes that he threw, oh my gosh, he's definitely the number one quarterback. He was the best. He's the best quarterback on the field. Shedeur didn't throw a pass, and they said, Shedeur is definitely the fourth string quarterback. Definitely the fourth string quarterback. What about his ability? Can you evaluate not who he goes against, but evaluate his ability, his timing, his footwork, his ball placement? That's how they do that. They watch that player, no matter who he's going against. They watch him and evaluate his talent. But we want to throw in these other things. What if it was raining? Can he do that in the rain? Can he do that when the wind is blowing east to west? I mean, we throw in these other different things instead of just evaluating the talent. We've watched him for a few years now on the HBCU level and then on the FBS level. And we see that, he's a pretty darn good quarterback. Matter of fact, he's a great quarterback. And he made some phenoms make great plays when the team is down. And time again, he made great plays when the team should have lost, but they didn't. Ball placement. Last play of the game.
Pocket presence. Decision making. Strong.
All of that. He checks all of the boxes. Yes, he held the ball too long. You know why? We all know it. He was trying to make plays for a team that was kind of below average. You take Shedeur off that team with Travis Hunter, they do not win 6 games.
But, okay, so now let's bring on J.R. Box. Why? I don't know, Tim. I don't
Tim,
have
you
you
all right?
tagged.
Tim, you know you're one of
I
my
know,
favorites,
Tim.
man.
I don't have you tagged in a category. You're not a butter. You're not a hater. You're not delusional. You're not a Deion detractor. You're none of these categories that we have defined here over time, over 2-3 years now. But you want to go on the dark side today? Why, my guy?
DC's paying him.
No, are you getting paid secretly by DC? Is he giving you
DC.
free music?
DC funding this information.
DC is funding this in the shadows. Wild Dog is in the chat. He said, if the shadow of Shedeur, in the shadow of Shedeur, I'm finding it hard to get updates on his competition, just biased assumptions about depth chart. Oh, and man, you gotta keep it locked here. I'm giving you all the updates, man. Keep it locked with TLP. I'm doing this. Okay, JR Boxing, your turn, man. Go ahead and give us your perspective, because I don't know why this is so hard. I broke it all the way down. I didn't just say because I feel a certain way. I asked the greatest assistants in on the internet, Chat GPT. So go ahead, JR Boxing, please give us your thoughts.
I don't know, man. Like, based off the definition or the way Chat GPT is categorizing it, I mean, I can see why you would say that, but in my own like perspective of a phenom or a phenomenon, it's something like an ability. It's an uncanny ability that you have or that you rarely see. And I ride with 12. I ride with the Prime family and all of that stuff, man. But
let me help you. Let me help you out. Before you finish, I'm going to help you with this. Okay? I don't help people much, but I'm going to help you with this. Okay? He was drafted at the number 5th in the 5th round, 144, and he outsold his jerseys on the team. He is the most talked about NFL 5th round draft in the history of the NFL. He is currently the face of the NFL, and anything you post about him goes viral. He is the most highly talked about because people are now talking about OTA stats. Nobody talks about OTA stats in the preseason in the NFL. OTA stats does not make national news. People are clamoring. They're hoping for something. So this is how you define what a phenomenon is. That means that it's in high demand. This is in such high demand that every time I'm trying to help you. You can have the floor as soon as I'm done. ESPN, everyone is clamoring. I forgot his name, but all of the big talking heads that have been, like, I'm talking about broadcast news. These guys are choosing sides. Everybody is clamoring and can't wait to get some type of information from OTA so they can talk about it on their daily morning shows, afternoon shows, evening shows. He's dominating all of the headlines. That's a phenomenon. Go ahead.
That was a great breakdown that you put, but when you look at definitions, right, and they have a first definition, second, third, it seems like you skip down to the third definition, because the first definition of something that is a phenom or a phenomenon is categorized with ability. Ability is something. So when you look at players, or when people, day-to-day people like us, look at sports, or we evaluate or analyze sports, you look at ability. Every time you hear something phenomenon or phenom mentioned with a person in sports, it's attached with abilities. Now, I'm not discrediting what you just read, Harry, but you went down to probably the second or third thing. Yes, that takes place as well. But
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm here. I'm live. So you know I'm here with you. You can't lie on my name because I'm here with you. So,
I mean, but what I'm saying, when you look up, if you
the word is highlighted in blue.
If you pull up,
read the word. Okay, you know what? I won't do it. Read the word that's highlighted in blue.
If you pull up Webster's dictionary,
no, it's okay.
They
just
categorize
the word
definitions, and you know, Harry, you seem like a very intelligent man. you understand why they categorize definitions and they put 1, 2, 3, 4 because the first point of the definition of a word is usually the main characterization of that word. And the second, third order effects, they come into play, but they're almost like subsidiaries of the word because other things are attached to it to explain what that definition of the word is.
Hey,
But
Harry.
if you
You're
look at
accusing me of
Webster's,
something I'm not doing, and I'm calling you out right
but
in real time.
I'm
Look
saying,
at the
Harry,
word.
if
I
you
didn't go to
look
the
up,
third or the
if
fourth
you look,
definition.
if you look up Webster's dictionary and look up phenomenon, I'm almost certain ability will be attached with that under
I
the
got the
first
word. The
definition.
definition is right here. We don't have
That's
to go
chat.
nowhere. I
That's
got it
chat.
highlighted
That
on the screen.
you understand how Chat GPT works. Chat GPT just takes sources from all over the place and they just make a big paragraph of a word. But the Webster's dictionary, that's what we go by. Like I said,
Hey,
I ride for 12, man, but
So
in my
hold up.
lifetime,
Okay. All right. Hold
phenomenon
on.
has always been categorized with an innate ability.
hey, can I ask
And
When
that's
it
how it's
comes to
always
Mark?
been
Shedeur,
with
when it
sports.
comes to the Deion Sanders family, it's hard for people to really take this stuff. I mean, I have my
No, it
guy
doesn't.
Ron. Ron came. Hold on. Ron came on here and he says, Did they call Johnny Manziel a phenomenon? Nobody pushed back. But Shedeur
I
is
did.
hard.
I didn't
It's
consider
hard. It's
Johnny
hard for people to
Manziel
take.
no phenomenon.
Hold on, JR. Hold on, JR. I'll give you the floor. I promise you, man. You're very astute. You're astute, and I'll give you the floor because I like listening to you. But you accusing me of something I'm not doing, and for that I have to defend this African nation. All Africans have to defend them. Okay, we can't afford the best schools, but we go to good schools and we do the best we can. Here's the words. The word for phenom, short for phenomenon, is typically used in sports to describe someone usually young. Okay? Usually young. For all of you Mahomes fans, Mahomes' time has passed, okay? Calm down in the chat. I'm reading you. I see you. It says usually young, who displays extraordinary talent or skill, often well beyond what is expected for their age or experience. I'm not skipping nothing. I ain't go to the third definition or give you the third word in like I ain't do that. I'll give you the definition. I highlight it in blue. What are you talking about?
Hey, Harry, can I say something real quick to
Go
that?
ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, what you just read,
Mm-hmm.
the name that comes to mind that falls in that category that you just stated.
It's Arch Manning.
No. It's
Go ahead.
Kobe. It's
He's white.
Kobe.
Go ahead.
No, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett,
LeBron James.
James. That statement you just read falls in line with those individuals.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, I'm out to cook. Okay. Is that
I have
it?
my plate to go. Yeah, I have my plate to go though. You feel me, JR?
I feel you. Like I said, I
Okay.
ride for 12, man, but
I see what y'all are doing. Oh, okay. Good. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. But here it is. Everybody watched the NBA for Kobe, for LeBron James when they came out of high school and it went straight to that, what's the name? You're trying to use them to say, no, Shedeur is not. But what they did was galvanize people, bring people from all areas, every angle, people that did not watch the sport before. When they said the name LeBron, everybody came watching. When they were in high school, when they were doing what they were doing because they had ungodly amount of ability to do what they did. So it brought people. Right? Shedeur is doing the same thing.
Same thing
That they did.
Yes.
He's galvanizing the entire sports community to come and watch football. Black people at a big percentage had left the NFL because of Colin Kaepernick. Black people were not watching the NFL no more. Shedeur has woke up your sleeping giants and they're watching OTAs and they can't get enough of OTAs. I'm trying to tell you this. A phenomenon doesn't mean you gotta have LeBron muscles. And it doesn't only mean, oh, you gotta jump out of the building. Can you galvanize people? Can you bring laymen to the Coliseum? Can you bring people that were not paying attention to the sport? And then you started to fall in the draft. When you started to fall in the draft, it started to wake people up and say, what's happening? When people started saying, Shedeur didn't go first round. It's like, huh? Shedeur didn't go second round. What? Shedeur didn't go third. Whoa, wait a minute.
What you just labeled.
The NFL draft started to get more viewership as Shedeur fell in the draft because people couldn't believe it. And now everybody is clamoring for information. That is a phenomenon. That's
a movement. That's not a phenomenon. Phenomenon. Webster's dictionary phenomenon has ability in it, Harry. It does. The word it has ability in it. I'm not saying Shedeur lacks ability, but it is an uncanny ability.
JR, I'm trying to stick with your point, but you're talking about ability and you're saying that Shedeur has exceptional, greatly above average ability, but he doesn't meet the phenomenon because of the people he attracts. The force that he has. Now, this isn't his father.
They're missing it.
He's not riding his father's coattail. This is all about him and his personality. Look at his personality, how he has galvanized old heads
the whole world
come into sports. To start looking at sports. I have a question for you. Would you consider Kyrie Irving a phenomenon?
No, because
who can dribble like Kyrie Irving in the past 50 years in the NBA?
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas could not handle the ball.
Yes.
Come on, Isaiah Thomas is phenomenal.
I'm a basketball. Yes,
listen,
Isaiah Thomas.
Yes. Kyrie Irving is a phenomenon.
Isaiah Thomas, Detroit Pistons.
Kyrie Irving cannot bring 3 people to the stadium.
I just want you, when you're talking about ability, there's no one I've seen in the past 52 years, because I'm 60 something. So I really started watching the NBA when they started letting more black guys in. So there's no way I've never seen anyone handle the ball like Kyrie Irving.
I agree with you on
never.
That, Ron.
I have not. In my 50-something years of seriously watching the NBA, I have not. And Kyrie Irving, that's his ability, an innate ability that no one else has, in my opinion. I don't consider him a phenom.
Well, I don't consider him a phenom.
Because
Patrick Mahomes?
Because a phenom, your ability to be a phenom, there's your aura transcends your ability. It goes beyond your ability.
Yes.
What about Tom Brady?
Thank you, Ron. No. Hold on, Tim. I'm sorry. Tim, Ron Tate, repeat that last part you just said.
I said, it's not only your ability, your aura, your persona, your personality transcends your ability.
Yes.
It does. To be a phenom, that's what it is. Your personality, your character, your integrity, the way you speak transcends your ability.
Your ability is just as the icing on the cake.
Your ability as the icing on the cake, yes.
Let me say this real quick. I know I'm about to be hated by many.
Don't worry about it.
Tim, listen, I know you're true heart, Tim. I know what DC has. We're gonna blame DC because he's not here.
They started the show off with saying I'm the #1 hater in the CU community. So don't worry about it. I got your back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'll be labeled number 2.
Okay.
What I was gonna say was all those individuals that we talked about, that me and JR, and I think you guys too, we think that's phenomenons and how we look at it and view it. If Shedeur Sanders' dad wasn't Deion Sanders, it would not look the same.
It started with his dad, but now it's not even about his dad. Now Deion Sanders, and don't hate me on this, but Deion Sanders is Shedeur's dad.
Listen, LeBron, Kobe.
That's right.
Shedeur left. Shedeur left Colorado.
Man.
No. Shedeur left Colorado, and now everybody's attention is on the NFL. If I put up college football content right now from Colorado, nobody cares.
Listen, if you watch me since I was 6 years old in the limelight on TV, you would know who I am right now too, at 20-something years of age.
But here's the contrast.
The whole world would know who I am.
Here's the contrast. Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn, they were all there. But
They
when
started
you
at 0.
No. I'm just saying. We heard their names, and Travis Hunter and Shedeur were pretty much number 1 and 2, right? Travis Hunter is not getting the amount of traction and the amount of attention that everybody's talking about. Cam Ward, who went number 1 overall, nobody's peeping his name. We don't even know what he's doing over there. But as second you mentioned Shedeur Sanders, everybody's listening. All of the podcasts, all of the shows, all of their headlines is what is Shedeur doing in OTAs?
Harry, let me ask you this question: why are people watching OTAs? Why?
Because of Shedeur Sanders.
Why? No, the literal question: why are they watching? Are they watching because of ability, or are they watching because of perception that we need to make sure our boy gets a fair shot? Is that why they're watching? Are they watching because of ability, or are they saying that his rocket arm is blowing everybody out of the water? Receivers are tearing their gloves, or is his running ability abilities? They're
okay.
We are watching because we want to make sure, hey, is he getting his fair shot? They said it's going to be even across the board.
Do you want me to answer the question?
Even for him.
Do you want me to answer the question?
That's a fair statement, JR.
Okay, fine. Do you want me to answer the question?
Yes.
Here's the thing. We don't ask those questions when it comes to Tim Tebow, when it comes to Johnny Manziel. It's only Shedeur Sanders.
That's right.
You see how Ron Tate told you when he came on the show? He says, when it comes to him, right, we dig deep. Why are they watching OTAs? Why are they watching because his arm is strong? Are they watching because his legs are weak? Are they watching? It doesn't matter. The thing about it, the thing that makes it, I thought you wanted me to answer the question. The thing that makes it a phenomenon is that they are watching. This is OTAs. If you're a football head, you are watching and pay attention because your team. But there are people from other teams that are on other teams, and they're watching for Shedeur. Everybody is watching for Shedeur. How many touchdowns? How many times did you ever get a breakdown of OTA footage from people?
Hey, Harry, can I say something when you get a second?
Yes. When they're watching because it's Shedeur. Point blank, period. They don't care. They already know his ability. They don't care about his legs. They don't care about his arms. It's because of him. Point blank, period.
It's because, and my follow-up question. You said nobody cared when Tim Tebow or Johnny Manziel did it. You know why? Because they were drafted where they should have been drafted, right? You can say Tim Tebow was a stretch because people was like, maybe he shouldn't have went first round, but he went first round. If Shedeur was drafted where he was supposed to be, where all the analysts, where all the NFL minds perceived him to be drafted, this would not be a thing. People would still follow, but people wouldn't say, well, he's doing this, he's doing that.
We're in the court of public opinion. That's speculation.
Talent. You're a
judge,
talent. You're supposed to do that.
Hold on.
That's why people are watching, because they're saying our guy was supposed to be a first round talent. He didn't get drafted there. So now we have to watch to see, is the NFL are the Browns doing right by a guy that has first-round talent?
Hey, let me say
The
this.
court
JR
of public
Boxing.
opinion, that's called speculations. We're not dealing. You can't have it both ways. You said,
Hey.
I want y'all to deal with him as a talent at the 5th round. Don't try to say he's better than that. Oh, you guys are glazers. You're glazers.
Hey, Harry.
You can't. Hold on, Tim. Let me come.
Okay.
You can't have it both ways. You want us to deal with him as a fifth rounder, 144. I'm making t-shirts that said $144. So don't tell me now I gotta speculate. Well, because he might have been drafted at the 1st round, nobody will care. No, you can't have it both ways. We're dealing with him the way you want us to deal with him, and guess what? Everybody here, that's it.
Shout out to Sayon Lee in the chat. He get it.
Hey.
No, it don't matter. It don't matter because we're dealing with him the way y'all want us to deal with him. He's a 5th rounder, $144. $144. Let's go. Go ahead, Tim.
I agree with JR, man, because that's how I feel.
You should agree with me, please. Please agree with me for my personality. Go ahead.
I got you, Harry. I got your back, Harry.
Thank you, Ron. Ron got you.
Good.
I was gonna say I agree with JR because that's exactly how I feel. Like if Shedeur would have got drafted,
y'all want your cake and eat it too. I don't get it.
No.
Yes.
If Shedeur would have got drafted in the slot that we all 4 of us on here projected him to go, then it would have been cool. Yeah, we would have stuck our head in every now and then just to check on our boy and see how he doing and how he progressive. And Cam Ward, I think it'll be an average of
I got pushback on that, Tim.
Of time. But since he failed as far as he did, and the coach came out and said it's equal playing field, now we got to sit there with our hands behind our back with the door wide open to make sure that our boy is getting that fair shot that you said that he's going to get. So I agree with everything JR is saying.
Come on, man.
Hey, Harry.
Go ahead, Ron.
Harry, I disagree with you 100%. I disagree with you 100%.
Thank you. Now, I know you want to tell me why. Go ahead.
Listen, you're saying that
I got to have my lunch. The only reason over time, but go ahead.
The only reason, oh, Lord, we got Harry drinking out of the brown paper bag, man. You know that. Oh, the only reason that people are following him is because he fell? No. That's not how it works with the Phenom.
I didn't say, I was not the one that said that.
That's not how it works, with a Phenom. It's not. He would have had the #1 jersey, whether he went in the 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, 5th round, or 6th round. He would have had the following no matter what. He's not being attracted. Those old folks didn't get off the couch and get up and go to their television and change the channel to ESPN with their hand and not their remote because he fell to the 5th round. They're not. They're following him because it is his personality, his character, his integrity. And yes, also he's a winner. That's why they're following him. He's something good that you can hold on to. He's wholesome. It's surrounded by all this craziness and mess. There's something there that you can latch onto and feel good about being a follower of him because he's a good. You hear him say it all the time. He's a good kid.
And he's confident.
He's confident,
hey, Ron,
and he has phenomenal ability, an innate ability,
and that's
to
why
win
he's a phenom.
With the last play of the game.
Phenom. Everybody, hold up. Let me.
He is a phenom. Come on, y'all. Let's say it together.
Say it with me. Say it with me. Come on, guys. Phenom.
You can do it.
Phenom.
DC Carson, I want you to text that 5 times. No, 12 times.
Phenom.
No, really. No, seriously. The reason that he has the following is because of him, not his father. Because of him, not because of Travis. It's because of him.
The father
and like Harry said,
has been quiet for a minute. The father ain't said a word. He ain't said a peep. He's over there trying to recruit in college. Ain't nobody said nothing. Shedeur's over here in the OTAs in the NFL, and everybody's over here. Come on,
as a 5th round pick, barely getting reps, and he has a following.
Right.
That is phenomenal.
Not just a following, the whole world is watching.
Yes.
Everything he throws one pass, it goes viral.
ESPN is on it.
Yes.
It's I mean, that's just, it is what it is. No matter how we try to water it down, it is what it is. The proof is in the airways, on the internet, in the chats.
I'm trying to tell y'all. I know y'all want to step on it. Oh, what are they watching for his legs? Oh my gosh. Like, and you're like, oh, if he didn't fall that far, then people wouldn't have followed. Yo, but in the same breath, y'all just said, look, he's a 5th rounder. And what happens if the NFL was right? What happens if the NFL was right? And all the things that they said about him, what happens if it comes out? Y'all want us to accept that and accept him for the 5th round, but you don't want us to say, oh, everything he's doing is phenomenal. Y'all don't want us to now say, look, everybody's watching. Now you want us to go back and say ifs. When we say if he was drafted 1st round, you was like, no, but he wasn't. You bring us back to reality. You said, no, he wasn't. So now we're dealing with the reality, and now you want to take us back to ifs. How you going to have it both ways? Now you want us to say if he was drafted. Now you want us to go back to the ifs? Every time we're having a football conversation and we said, if Shedeur was drafted number 1, then you're like, oh, no, but he wasn't. I mean, come on, guys. You can't have it both ways. Stop playing with us. He's a phenomenon, and just get out the way. It's going to hurt you. I'm telling you, y'all are living in objection land. All right? While you're saying we are glizms, you guys are objection land. And you don't want to leave objection land. And that's hurting you. Because we see something you don't see. You think we are the Glazers. But y'all are living in objection land. And he's proving it right in front of y'all. Y'all sitting there, he's proving it right in front of y'all. The dude he's the most accurate passer amongst all the 5 quarterbacks that they throw 10 more quarterbacks at him. I bet you he'll be the best one. Just keep bringing quarterbacks. Add 5 more quarterbacks. It wouldn't matter. Okay? It wouldn't matter. Add 5 more quarterbacks. Add Jackson Dart. Add him to the list. Add Cam Ward. Add him to the list. Add that dude that the Saints chose. I forgot his name. The dude that had that wicked pass. Add him to the list. You know what? Take all the quarterbacks that was in college during the 2025 season, add all of them to the list, and let the Browns have all of them, and Shedeur will come on top. Y'all don't want to just understand that this is happening. Yo, it's happening. Oh my gosh. And what did TA say? TA said, oh, football heads, they're going to laugh at you. Laugh at who? Me? Come on, son. We talking about the NFL now. Y'all don't want this. This is a problem you don't want. Y'all got the college football stuff, and I'm getting better at it. But laugh at me with college, with NFL? Y'all some phony dudes that don't even want to accept the fact that you're looking at a phenom and you ain't trying to accept it. How you gonna laugh at me? I should be laughing at y'all. We are so overtime. So overtime. Wild Dog, what'd you say? Confirmation all phenoms have a cult following. Did anybody disagree on this panel? Y'all still here? Why is everybody quiet? Is it me? Did my internet go? Ron, you still here? Tim, you still here? JR Boxer, you still here? Are y'all hearing me out there?
It seemed like my stream y'all had me muted or something like that, but yeah,
Oh, really?
I can still hear it, but yeah, the stream y'all was acting up.
I'm with you. I had someone step in, so I had to mute for a second. But
okay,
I'm back on with you, Harry. I'm here.
So the question that Wild Dog put out there, because people are saying, "Oh, this is a cult following." So Wild Dog says that all phenoms have a cult following. So are y'all proving our point? And does anybody object on the panel?
I agree to that. I mean, yes, cult following, but when you look at the definition of phenom, it still has ability in there. And what you pulled up on Chat GPT does not have ability in there. It has a characterization of this is what we believe or perceive phenom to be. But I mean, we live in a world where definitions matter. How you use words matter. How you view things matter. Because we could say that, well, Martin Luther King was a phenom, but you never heard of Martin Luther King's name being used as phenom because the word phenom is usually categorized with sports. But everything you just said, Martin Luther King had a cult following. Martin Luther King had the ability to bring people together. Martin Luther King had this. You could use that word phenom to describe Martin Luther King, but you wouldn't do that because it's not associated with sports. So,
okay, but you're not saying anything that I didn't say. So let's go back to the LeBron thing you used, right?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron, okay.
I brought up LeBron.
Okay, right. Let's bring up the LeBron and the Kobe stuff that y'all used, right? You said that within the word phenom is within the definition of phenom is ability. I just Googled it now. Okay, same thing. A person who is outstandingly talented or admired, especially an up-and-comer, phenom. Okay, like y'all want to redefine the word to fit how you feel. But all I'm doing is just giving this to you. It's happening to you, just so you can know this is happening to y'all. So listen, who in the NFL or who in the NBA can dunk like LeBron James? Just throw out some names. I just said dunk. Can dunk like LeBron James. Throw out some names.
Vince Carter could.
Current players.
Current players
can just dunk. Who in the NBA can dunk like LeBron?
Derrick Jones Jr. Who the list goes on and on.
The list goes on.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you said the list goes on. Now, what you're trying to use LeBron James, his ability, right? You want to limit a phenom to just ability, and you want to say Shedeur does not have ability, right?
And that's what I wanted to push back on,
we're not saying that.
Nobody said that,
We're
Harry.
saying that his ability.
So now you want to mischaracterize people on the panel. We didn't say that.
But you're still here. I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me what it is you mean by ability, because just having ability is not enough to say you're not a phenom, because you don't have the same ability that somebody else has. Because there are people in the NBA that can dunk just like LeBron, but they are not phenoms because they don't draw the same crowds that he does. So you have to encompass the entire definition: ability plus ability to draw attention, to be admired at a high level, to get the attention of the entire world. At phenom, that's phenom. So ability plus that's phenom. It's not just one part of it. You want to say, oh, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. So that's phenom. So we're not going to talk about anything else. That's just phenom.
No, I'm saying that because LeBron. I use LeBron James for example. LeBron James, in the way we use or characterize phenom. And Ron, you understand what I'm saying. The way we characterize it in sports and in that, I can't say everybody, but majority of the people in the African American community, the way we look at it, LeBron James, LeBron James was ahead of his time.
Ungodly talent. Like he's out of this world.
Out of this world. If he would have went to college, he probably would have won four championships because he was ahead of his time. But the media attention followed him. Back then, we didn't have all the social media gadgets that we have now at our fingertips. You know, we walking around with Nextel phones and stuff and pagers. So therefore, the way we follow him was on ESPN or in Sports Center magazine. But he had a huge following in high school. The world knew about him
had a whole show by himself. Shedeur was getting
listen, Harry.
Shedeur was getting LeBron numbers in high school too.
Shedeur had the crowd, the followers at his father's dispense, not on his own, bro. Truth is not a powerhouse here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. That's DeSoto. That's Duncanville. That's South Lake Carroll. That's Oak Cliff. Those are powerhouse. Truth wasn't a powerhouse. Didn't nobody know anything really about Truth until Deion Sanders was the head coach, bro.
Okay.
So Shedeur did not have that big time following like LeBron James did.
Okay.
So that's what I classify as a phenom.
But that's
all I was trying to say.
But that doesn't mean that what Shedeur has is not phenomenal. I'm just trying to tell you, you're looking at one aspect of it. But I can give you
what Shedeur does.
No. Don't use that. Don't use that. This is what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. Okay? Because LeBron James is out of this world talent, because Kobe Bryant is out of this world talent, it doesn't disqualify Shedeur as a phenom. Because the thing that you're describing, you're missing a portion of it. There are people that can jump as high as LeBron. There are people that can dribble the ball as good, just like Kobe can dribble, he can score. There are people that's doing that. Halliburton right now, he's killing my Knicks, right? He's doing all of that. But they're missing the other part of it. Shedeur he has the ability, right, to score and to win awards. The Jerry Rice Award, he won the awards that he broke records at Colorado. So the ability is there. Is it the same as LeBron? No. Is it the same as Kobe? No. But guess what else he has? He has that same ability to galvanize people. So he has ability and he has the galvanization ability as well. So you're just saying, oh, he can't jump as high as what's her name used to jump, but there are people that have that ability that don't have the second portion of it. Shedeur has the entire thing. You just say he's just not a LeBron. Oh, he didn't have the talent like a LeBron or like a Kobe. But you got to understand that quarterbacks don't have that. You don't see that in quarterbacks. Shedeur is galvanizing the entire sports community to have these type of conversations for over an hour. I'm well over my time. That's phenomenal. It's hard for y'all to take it because you're looking at him from a different lens. You're looking at him through the lens of, does he have out-of-worldly talent? That's really phenomenal.
No.
Man, Harry, you made me have to question my knowledge of word usage. Because I was just like, all right, he has phenomenon up on the screen, but I was like, is that an AI generated? Is that the true Webster's definition of phenom, phenomenon, phenomenal, and all that stuff? So I had to go pull Webster's dictionary because I'm old school. I have dictionary.
No, it's not because you're old school. It's because we're talking about Shedeur. It has nothing to do with you about being old school. It has everything to do about the fact that we're talking about a young black man. Okay, because you would not be arguing this when we start talking about Arch Manning. Okay, when it comes to Arch Manning being phenomenal, we ain't gonna have this show.
You are the only person on this panel that has brought up Arch Manning. I have not mentioned one white person. You are the only one that has
ranking Texas because of him. Okay, but I'm trying to tell you, they're calling him phenomenal.
I brought up
He's
one.
only taking 3 snaps. But yet, Shedeur has to play 4 years and prove to y'all that he has the college football attention. Everybody watches games. He didn't have to do nothing. This guy has not taken more than 4 snaps, and he's been a phenomenal quarterback. If he gets out of the draft, listen, JR, if he goes to the draft, he's number 1. He's going to be the number 1. Everybody's going to take for Arch Manning. If they're white, it's easier for you to just say they're phenomenal. But when they're black and they're young and they're galvanizing the whole freaking world, guess what? We got to pull Webster. So go ahead and pull Webster. I'm listening.
That's what I did. So I put it in the back chat, and I even went to Webster's.com.
Of course you will.
Word phenom. Because I'm questioning my own intelligence to say, well, I'm pretty sure that I've come across this word and used it in a thesis before.
Mm-hmm.
It has.
When they're black, you got to do a thesis. I'm telling you.
Because the original word is phenomenal. So I had to go back and look.
Mm-hmm.
Phenom is the noun of phenomenal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at phenom in Webster's dictionary, with the original word being phenomenal, it has ability in the word. I had to go because I was like, I know I'm not tripping. I wrote theses about this during my time in school as I was going through physical therapy school, because those are some of the things when you talk about sports, and I'm in sports therapy, those are some of the things that came up. So I'm just saying. So I had to question my own knowledge. So I put it in the back chat or whatever like that. But I was like, I don't know if that's an AI generated.
Could I ask a question?
Because AI is not the true definition of a word. That's just an AI generated.
No, but keep in mind when we're talking about phenom.
Harry, let me jump in real quick.
Comes out of the word phenomenal.
Right.
Hey,
JR now and Tim. So what I gather is no one's questioning Shedeur's ability.
You are correct.
I thought I heard you guys say that a few minutes ago. Right?
Yeah, I'm not questioning his ability.
Okay, Tim? All right.
Yeah, you're correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't understand the pushback of him being phenomenal. If the ability portion of the definition that you gave, JR, and the definition that Harry gave, if they're, no matter which way you part the sentence, are the same, then we're all on the same page as saying that with the following that he has and his ability, that Shedeur is phenomenal.
Yes.
He is a phenom.
He's a phenom.
by both definitions. By both definitions. By whatever definition you want to use.
However you spin it.
I mean, I use his following, but I'm not going to say... I'm having a hard time with this one, bro.
Of course you're having a hard time.
I know
Me too. I'm having a hard time because I'm trying to understand. I get it, and I don't even want to use an example of anything negative towards Shedeur. So I'm not even going to go that route. I'm just going to keep it to this talking point because I don't want to get pulled into saying something negative about the situation. I'm just going to stick to this.
All right. So look, JR, look. It says Merriam-Webster. Is that enough for you?
Sure.
Is that good enough? Is that good enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is your old school Merriam-Webster. Oh, Webster. Okay, we're now at Webster. Webster does not want to take my phenom, so it says I need to use phenomenal. Being out of the ordinary. That's what it's giving me. There's synonymous and similar words like extraordinary, unique, rare. These are all the things that I've been trying to tell you all this entire conversation. Abnormal, odd, uncanny, uncommon, remarkable, unusual. Fifth rounders do not. It's unusual. Let's use this one real quick. I'm gonna highlight it. Unusual. That's a hard one. Man. Let's use that one from Webster. Merriam-Webster says the word is synonymous with unusual. You don't think that is unusual that a 5th round draft pick would be setting out jerseys and galvanizing the entire sports community, you don't find that to be unusual or remarkable or remarkable or uncommon? This is for you now. You don't find that to be outstanding? Atypical. How do you pronounce this one? Aberrant? Unwanted? You know what? Okay. Hold on. Let me bring on my Seon. So Seon, you're gonna have to. Are you there? Click off and click back. Yeah, click off and click back on Seon. Because something's happening and it's repeating the word I'm saying.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So it's not repeating no more. Oh, no. Either lower your volume or click off and click back on. Come back, Seon, when you're ready. Because something happened.
He's got two devices on. And they're feeding off of one another.
Okay. But JR, this is what you wanted me to do. All right, guys? This is what you wanted me to do. I pulled up. You said, oh, no, Harry, that's AI. I'm old school. I like to talk about old school. So this is old school now. It says the word is a derivative of phenomenal, right? So this is it. I'm trying to tell you, you came on here and try to accuse me of saying, oh, you went down to the fourth definite. No, you said the third, just to be fair. You said the third one. Whenever you have to go down to the third one to make your point, then your point is invalid, it's mute. And for a second, you guys went mute on me. You didn't talk. But here we are now. It says phenomenal, being out of the ordinary. Even in my Liberian accent, that's not ordinary, my piggy. It's not ordinary. I can put it in whatever English you want me to put it in. My piggy. All right, so, and here are the synonyms. We do understand what synonyms are, right?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the synonyms in similar words. You can literally take almost every single synonym of phenomenal and apply it to what we're saying here. Everything can be applied to it. JR Boxing, let me do this. Let's do this. Do you believe that what Shedeur is doing and how he's galvanizing the NFL right now is atypical? Is JR Boxing still here?
I see his icon.
I think he's ducking now. He's doing a DC right now.
JR is bobbing and weaving.
He's using the okie doke. What do they call it?
Rope-a-dope.
He's using the rope-a-dope. Come on, JR. Come back.
Come back and protect yourself, JR.
Protect yourself, my son. You must protect yourself in the ring at all times. Yo, it's atypical. It's aberrant. Abhorrent. Okay, it's odd. It's abnormal. It's outstanding. It's definitely outstanding. Exceptional. Yo, I can go all day with this. I'm telling you, don't get cooked. Yo, what the Surfer Boy 3000 says, the last rookie that I can resent having this much buzz was Mike Vick. And it's not even close. The galvanization that Shedeur has, it's not even close. Like, no rookie has ever done this. Ever in the NFL.
Not a fifth round pick?
No rookie has ever galvanized the NFL like this in the history of the NFL. Ever. Let me just, I need to make myself bigger. Let me say this.
Michael Vick did.
Never. Not even close. Not even close. Michael Vick did not bring out machete-toting, Bible-toting aunties calling themselves aunties for Shedeur. Nobody's have done. No rookie in the history. Nobody in the history of the NFL has galvanized people the way Shedeur Sanders is galvanizing people.
Michael Vick did. Those
He did
aunties,
not.
they just want to see Shedeur win, just like we
Doesn't
want
matter.
to see Shedeur
It doesn't.
win.
We're not going to categorize it. We're not going to break it down in oh no, those aunties are different. No. Michael Vick did not galvanize the entire sports community like the way Shedeur Sanders is. Never has never been done before. That's why we're saying it's uncanny, it's atypical, it's unusual, it's remarkable, it's exceptional, it's outstanding, it's notable. What other words? It's eccentric, it's strange, it's incomprehensible, freakish. It's literally
It's not
freakish.
strange.
It's strange.
It's Deion Sanders. It's not strange, bro.
No, but it's strange.
Dad is Deion.
Oh no, hey man, you gotta log off and come back. Every time I bring you on, you're like you're something's going on with your thing. It's gonna feedback. It's strange, man. It's strange because we're treating it as a fifth rounder. Please understand. You want us to treat Shedeur as a fifth rounder, so we are. We're just gonna take it for face value. We're not gonna say if, is, or buts, right? It's outlandish. It's freakish. It's unthinkable. It's quaint. Oddball. These are all the synonymous words with old school thesaurus Merriam-Webster of the derivative word phenomenon or phenom of the word phenomenal. You see how education works? If I was still in the village, I won't be able to have this conversation. But I went to school and I was able to defend myself today. And I want to thank God. First, I want to thank my Lord and Savior. First, I want to say the chief cook. The chief cook was my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He's the chief. He's the chef. I can't, yo. Oh. Hey, Ron, man, look.
Hey,
yeah,
Harry, you need to do a poll on this one, man. You need to do a poll for real.
Chef God.
And don't be trying to take the belt. This a draw.
No, this is no way. Y'all got cooked. You told me to go to Webster. I went to Webster, and Webster just cooked you with 1,000 words. You can't tell me go somewhere.
Me.
You agree with him. You said I agree with JR Boxing. Did you not? Well, now you go silent. You put yourself
on the analogy. No. On the analogy that you tripping, bro. on the analogy that me and JR is talking about. Yeah, I agree with him.
Okay, but y'all said no.
Tim.
That was AI generated. And then
Tim.
When I got to your Webster, your Merriam-Webster, the Webster said, no, Harry B, I know how you can really cook them dry, cook them deeper. I'll give you synonymous and similar words. And then you're going to bury them. And y'all just got buried. Because all of these words is atypical, extraordinary, unwanted, permanent, strange, incomprehensible. All of those words are describing what I'm talking about. You can't cook anything better than that. That's the definition of getting cooked.
And Tim, today I think
give me
you did
my
a
plate to go then.
Yes, we can end on that note. You're gonna get your plate to go, my guy. Oh, hey, what would you say, Ron? Go ahead, Ron.
I was saying to Tim that he did a great job being the antagonist today.
Yeah, you did.
Because I know in his heart he could not believe some of the arguments that he was trying to bring on this panel, and believe that he would survive that big pot that was cooking on that fire.
Boy, I knew I was gonna get. I knew they were gonna get cooked. I had 3 in the chamber. But I try to save it. I try to warn them, but they didn't take the warning. But I was ready today. Hey, Sayon, you're online. Hopefully you can lower your volume. But welcome to the show. How you doing today?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We good, man. We take it to go place now, and you're on. So let's get your thoughts quickly because the show's over now. Let's go.
The show over. Listen, real quick. Shedeur is a phenom.
Okay.
He gonna show everybody that he should have been picked in the first or second round, no later than the second round. And I think I believe that he gonna start week 1.
Bro, I tried every definition. I try to save them and I try to let them know, like, look, man, you thinking this is AI? You don't want to go to that other place, and they went there, and I still got Webster up. You know, I try to. At least with AI, they say, okay, we're gonna give you one word specifically. What you asked for is how we're gonna handle this. I didn't know that Webster was gonna do y'all like this. Y'all can't blame me for this. Y'all do not blame me for this. Y'all gonna have to blame Webster for this. I didn't know Webster was gonna cook y'all like this. All right, so don't shy away from the show like tennis after he got cooked on one show. You hear me, Tim? I don't want y'all to not come on the show no more.
Oh no, I'm gonna be back.
Okay, cool. I know you're taking your place.
Stop hating, Tim. Stop hating on Shedeur, Tim.
Man, I got to do it sometimes.
Right. So Tim is not a Shedeur hater. Tim ain't a real Shedeur hater. He just trying to play the part today, and he got paid he was sponsored by DC and Phil. And they sent a representative, but he was unprepared.
I'm gonna give them their money back, Harry.
You gonna get their money back.
Hey, Harry.
Yeah.
Hey, Harry, what would everybody be saying if Shedeur was doing bad?
Oh my goodness. Woo! The I told you so's would be so the told you so's would be so loud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, DC would be here. He'd be playing his music on his podcast.
Surfer Boy said Webster with the body blow. Yes, y'all should have never told me to go to Webster. y'all should have never said pull up Webster. Let's go old school. Because old school has a way of reminding you.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Man. My goodness. Hey man, is this your first time calling in, Sayon?
Yeah, Harry. Yo, I've been following you since you started with the Buffs, bro.
Oh, word?
Hey, Harry.
Yeah.
Hey, Sayon, listen. If you say you've been following since he started with the Buff, there's one saying that Harry said early on his first season with the Buffs.
Oh God, you gonna put him on the spot?
Oh wow!
You gotta tell. What was that saying?
And
it was involving the defense.
Now you put me on the spot. I'm not. What did I say?
Yeah, you put me on the spot with that one.
I'm on the spot too now because I don't even remember
his
what I
favorite
said.
player was Carmani.
Oh my gosh!
And he said all we had to do was add Carmani.
No-fly zone.
Yeah.
That defensive backfield was going to be the no-fly zone.
Oh my god!
But I was with. But he listen. If Carmani would have came in and acted like he was supposed to act, like Coach Prime needed him to be, it would have been that type of defense.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
It would have.
Cormani was a 5-star and he was a hard-hitting 5-star. So if he would have done what he had to do, I'm telling you, man, that kid had an upside that was much higher. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what was his name? The new guy?
What new guy?
That's on the panel.
Oh, Sayon. You share
Sayon? Don't fall into that trap, Sayon. Don't fall into that.
Hey, listen.
Hey, you share with my uncle, man. You and my uncle.
Listen.
You and my uncle share a name, Sayon.
Yeah, right. Yo, it's an African name. I was named after an African man.
I was about to tell you, my uncle from Liberia, name is Sayon. That's his name.
Yo, everybody that I've ever met that had my name or had the same name, they were African.
And it's most likely from the West Coast, either from Guinea, Liberia, or somewhere on that coast.
Yeah.
But Sayon is my uncle's name, so yes, you share a name with my uncle.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I thank you for coming on. We do this thing called final word, final thoughts. So let's get your final thoughts. Anything you want to say, go ahead and get it in.
Final thought. Keep watching 12, baby.
I'm telling you, they're gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna be surprised. We're not gonna be surprised, but they're gonna be surprised. Hey, so hold up. Schedule and health permitting, I hope to rejoin the panel. Oh man, hey, Wild Dog, I can't wait for you to come on here, Wild Dog. You gotta hurry up, man.
All right, sour sop, Wild Dog. Get some sour sop.
Yeah. Hey, Wild Dog, they said take some what is it called? Fish oil.
Sour sop.
Take some sour sop and some fish oil and come on in on the panel. Stop playing, Wild Dog. Tim Smith, final thoughts. Hey man, you're taking your plate to go. I get it, man. Final thoughts, my guy.
Yeah, man. Throw a little sauce on the side for your boy, man. Great show, man. Free for all Friday, man. I enjoy it every time I come on. And salute to the rest of the panel, guys. JR Boxing left me out to dry.
Yo, JR Boxing left you out cold. He was like, I'm checking out. He said, oh, shoot. You know what happened? JR Boxing pulled up Webster, and he said, oh, they're about to kill me with all these other words.
TKO. He took a TKO. JR took a TKO.
JR took a TKO, yo. He said, let me get up out of here before they catch me with all these other words. Oh, shoot. He said, no.
Nah, him and Tim was the main reason I wanted to get on.
I bet it is. Because they kept saying it. I was like, nah, y'all focus on one thing only. And I'm telling you, it's got to be the whole thing. You're just like, oh, no, they got to be freakishly athletic. That's not only that. Freak is on here, too, on Webster. Freak. Anyways, Ron Tate, final thoughts, man. Let's get up out of here.
Yes, sir. Listen, I'm kind of in a I don't know. It's kind of ironic. I want Shedeur to do well. I want him to do well, really. And however, because they did him so dirty, I want them to go to like 0-8.
Oh man,
0-9, and then Shedeur come in at the second half of the season, and they go, like 8-1 or something, or 7-1, something like that.
I see. So that's the thing. You got the devil here. You got God here, right?
I know.
And you're like, yes, please fail so Shedeur can save y'all.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah,
I just hope once he does get in there that he's not running for his life,
right?
Like he was doing in college.
Right. Yeah. So I don't see, because I already preached last Sunday about people not wishing ill will on people, about Travis's wedding and all that. I'm not gonna wish ill will on the Browns. So
no,
I'm not riding with that. That don't feel right in my spirit.
I know it is kind of wrong. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It feels good because, like, if you're like in your flesh, you're like, dang, man, I hope they fail so Shedeur can show them. And then you step back in the spirit, you're like, oh Lord, you're gonna get me. Nope. So, so we can't ride with that. But anyway, look, I'm trying to tell y'all, when I bring these things up, I don't just bring them up because I'm just talking. Y'all think, oh, Harry B. Glazing, real football people are gonna laugh at you. If you about that life, if you think you know about football more than me, come on here. Let's talk about phenomenal. And I'll show you how it works in football. I promise you, this isn't what you want. I promise you. Come on here. If you think real football people are going to laugh at me, I'll put it in air quotes. Real football people going to laugh at me? Come on here. I'm inviting y'all real football people to come on here and show me how real football works. And if Shedeur Sanders is not a phenomenal football player, he's not a phenomenal NFL player. He's the face of the NFL. We ain't talking about nobody else. We're talking about Shedeur Sanders. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining, man.
Great show here.
Sayon, take care. Take care. Tim Smith, take care. Ron, take care. Salute everybody.
Great show, guys.
All right, guys. Salute.
Hey, peace out, Tim.
TA said, Harry, the moment you said Shedeur is the face of the NFL, it was over. You don't know much about football. But the thing about being a face is not talking about X's and O's. It's talking about the marketability and the person that most people are talking about. And that's the place where I really, when it comes to this media thing, I'm a killer, nigga. Peace. Peace.